Hi, welcome to Yoga with Tracy. I'm Tracy. After a night's sleep, our bodies can feel quite stiff, so today we have a yoga practice to help stretch out the body whilst giving you the opportunity to de-stress and relax, preparing your body and mind for your day ahead. Today's props: you may like to grab a folded blanket, good if you want to slightly lift off the ground for the seated postures, and also additional support for the knees when kneeling. And when you're ready, meet me on the mat. Hi everyone, we're going to begin today starting in a seated cross-legged position called Sukasana. We want to be able to sit up nice and tall so we can lengthen our spines. If your hips are tight, prop yourself up on a folded blanket. Lifting the hips will reduce stress and discomfort in the hips, knees and back. Placing your hands on your knees, closing your eyes, begin to focus on your breath. Just enjoy the inhale and exhale. No need to control or change the breath. Soften the face and relax the shoulders as we remain here for a few more moments, promoting stillness and calm. Slowly opening the eyes and dropping your right ear over to your right shoulder. You should feel a nice stretch in the left side of the neck. Bringing your focus to the breath, long inhales and exhales through the nose. To intensify the stretch, take your left hand out to the side with your fingertips flexing up towards the sky and using your right hand to lightly pull your left ear away from your shoulder. No pressure down, just lengthening out the side. These neck releases are a great way to help release tension in this area. Releasing the head and bring it back to centre, hands resting back on your knees. Dropping your left ear over to your left shoulder. Remaining here for a couple of breaths. To intensify, take your right hand out to the side and using your left hand to lightly pull your right ear away from your shoulder. Releasing the head, bringing it back to centre, hands resting on the knees. Inhaling as you stretch the arms up towards the sky, arms by your ears. To begin awakening the spine, on your next exhale, twisting your torso to the left as you bring your right hand to your left knee and placing your left fingertips on the mat behind you. Slowly coming back to face forwards and inhaling as you stretch the arms up towards the sky, holding here for one round of breath. Exhaling as you twist your torso over to the right. Long, slow inhalations and long, slow exhalations. Slowly coming back to face forwards, change the leg that is in front. Placing your hands behind you, fingers facing forwards, move your shoulder blades towards each other and on an inhale, lift the chest. Keep the neck relaxed, and if comfortable for you, look up. And you can also go deeper by walking the hands back. You should feel a nice stretch in the front of the body, chest and shoulders. Keep the breath steady as you breathe in and out through your nose. On an exhale, drop the chin and carefully come back to centre. Inhaling as you bring the hands in front of you, and on the exhale, move forward from the hips and relax the head down, coming into a seated forward fold as we get a lovely stretch along the spine. Coming out of the posture, inhaling, slowly coming back up by walking the hands back. Turning to face the short edge of your mat and coming into a kneeling position at the back of the mat. We're going to do a Sun Salutation Variation. This is a practice where each movement is done on an inhalation and exhalation, so the movements become a graceful, smooth flow. Bringing your palms together in front of your heart space. Inhaling, open the palms, raising your arms up overhead as you kneel up and back bend only as much as feels good. Exhaling into extended child's pose, bending forward from the hips, placing your seat on your heels and arms extended along the mat. Inhaling, slide your chest forwards, hands under your shoulders and arch up into cobra. Exhaling, tucking the toes under and raising your hips up into downward facing dog. Really extend through the legs and lengthening the spine. Inhaling, bending both knees. When knees touch the floor, round up the back as much as possible into cat pose. Tops of feet flat on the floor. And exhaling, sit back on your heels, hands back to prayer position. Let's do 6 more rounds together. Inhaling, open your palms as you kneel up and back bend. Exhaling into extended child's pose. Inhaling as you slide your chest forward into cobra. Exhaling into downward facing dog. Inhaling, bending both knees into cat pose. Rounding the back up. And exhaling as you sit back on your heels. You're doing really well, everyone. Inhaling, open the palms up to back bend. Exhaling into extended child's pose. Inhaling into cobra. Exhaling up into downward facing dog. Inhaling into cat pose. Exhaling, sitting back on your heels, hands back to prayer position. Inhaling, kneel up. Exhaling, extended child's pose. Inhaling to cobra. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Inhaling, cat pose. Exhaling, sitting back on your heels. Inhaling, kneel up. Exhaling, child's pose. Inhaling, sliding your chest forwards into cobra. Exhaling back into downward facing dog. Really stretching out the legs and lengthening the spine. Inhaling into cat pose, rounding up the back, and exhaling, sitting back on the heels. 2 more rounds. Inhaling, kneel up. Exhaling, extended child's pose. Inhaling, cobra. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Inhaling, cat pose. Exhaling, back onto the heels. Inhaling, kneel up. Exhaling, extended child's pose. Inhaling, cobra. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Inhaling, both knees to the floor into cat pose. And exhaling as you come to sit back on your heels, hands back into prayer position. And resting here for 2 slow inhales and exhales. Inhaling, open your arms out wide, about shoulder height, and exhaling as you cross your arms, placing your right arm over your left, bringing both arms back to your body and hands on opposite shoulders as you give yourself a lovely hug. Breathing deeply as you use your hands to draw your shoulders forward. Hold in for 3 more breaths as we give our muscles in the upper back a nice stretch, helping to alleviate discomfort and pain. On your next inhale, release and open the arms up wide, repeating this time, placing the left arm over your right. On your next inhale, releasing out of the posture, bring your arms to your sides. Might feel nice to give them a bit of a shake. Bring your seat to the side, swing your legs out in front and come to face the long edge of your mat. Stretching your right leg out to the side, bending your left knee, drawing the sole of your left foot lightly against your inner right thigh. If your right hamstring is tight, especially in the morning, you can bend your knee. Inhaling and raising your arms either side your head, torso facing over the right leg. Keep the length as you exhale forward. You can either interlace the fingers around the foot or take hold of the ankle. Relaxing the shoulders, neck and face. Make sure the shoulders are parallel to the floor. Focusing back on the breath, slow inhales and exhales through the nose. A nice stretch in the back and a deep stretch in the hamstrings. Releasing on an inhale and slowly come back up. Right leg remaining extended, bring your left heel to your left buttock with the top of your foot on the mat and the inner thighs 90 degrees apart. Inhaling as you lengthen through the spine and exhaling, twist your torso to the left with the right hand just above the left knee. Inhaling, stretch the left arm up overhead and exhaling as you bring the right shoulder down towards the inside of the right knee. Keeping your belly and chest rotated to the left. In this pose, we get the chance to expand our intercostal muscles and allow our breath to move more freely into our lungs. Keep your attention on the breath and how the body moves with each inhalation and exhalation. Smooth, steady breaths in and out through the nose. On your next inhale, release by lifting the arm and torso and turning to face forwards. Repeating on the other side, left leg extended and drawing your right foot lightly against your inner left thigh. Inhale, raising the arms either side your head and exhaling as you keep the length and exhale forwards. And choosing the right variation for you. Can keep the left knee bent, interlace the hands around the foot or take hold of the ankle. Remember to keep the shoulders, neck and face relaxed and that the shoulders are parallel to the floor. To release, inhaling and slowly coming back up. Moving back into seated gate pose, bring your right heel to your right buttock with the top of your foot on the mat, thighs 90 degrees apart. Inhaling, length through the spine, and exhaling, twist your torso to the right. Inhaling as you stretch the right arm up overhead, and exhaling as you bring your left shoulder down towards the inside of your left knee. Holding here for 5 slow, steady breaths as you feel the stretch in the side of the torso. Inhaling as you release, lifting the arm and torso. Turning to face forwards, exhaling, lowering the arm to your side. Turn to face the short edge of your mat, legs extended. Give your legs a little wiggle. Then slowly come in to lay on your back. Extending your legs along the mat. Getting your back nice and comfortable. Exhaling as you hug your right knee into your chest, keeping both feet flexed. Placing your left hand on the outside of your right knee, guide your right leg over to your left. Twisting the spine and lower back. Stretching your right arm out to the side in T position. And looking over to your right hand. Keep the shoulders flat to the floor, close your eyes and relax into the posture. To release, inhale and slowly roll onto your back. Switching sides, straighten the right leg and hugging your left knee into your chest. Feet flex as we hold here for a few moments. Placing your right hand on the outside of your left leg, guide the left leg over to the right. Open the left arm to your left side in line with your shoulder and turning your head to look over to the left. Allow yourself to relax into the posture as release tension in the spine. Releasing out of the posture, inhaling, rolling onto your back. Hug both knees into your chest. Then move into happy baby, grabbing the soles of your feet, ankles or the back of the legs. Move the feet apart so they're above the knees and pull the knees towards the floor alongside the chest. Relax your head and shoulders down to the floor. This is a deep hip opener, one that uses arm strength rather than letting gravity do the work. To intensify the stretch, straighten the left leg out to the side. Switch legs. And if you can, try the full straddle. Hugging both knees into the chest. Rocking side to side so we can release the sacrum and lumbar. Coming back to centre, lower your feet to the mat, keeping the knees bent. Walk your feet out to the edges of the mat and let your knees fall in. Take your hands out to the sides, arms into cactus. Closing your eyes, relax your body including your face and feel your back being supported by the floor as you let your breathing occur naturally. Remaining here in stillness for a few moments. Notice how you feel since stepping on the mat this morning. Giving our bodies the time to stretch in the morning can not only help relieve any tension or pain from the night before, but can also prepare the body ready for the day ahead. Lengthening your legs along the mat and stretching your arms overhead for a full body stretch from hands to feet. Give your fingers and toes a little wiggle. Bending your knees, rolling over onto one side and using your hands to push yourself up to come to sit in a cross-legged position. Sitting up nice and tall, hands resting on your knees. Relaxing your shoulders down, bring your palms together in front of your heart space. Going to finish today with a couple of deep cleansing breaths. Deep inhale through the nose and sigh and let it out through the mouth. Inhaling and exhaling. Bringing your thumbs up to your third eye and whispering namaste. Thank you for joining me today. Please do subscribe to my channel. It's all free. I put out new videos on a regular basis and it also helps to support free yoga on the internet.